Hey, how you doing? This is Neu'Raye. I'm a producer-songwriter from Ypsilanti, Michigan, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about noise. So there's always some noise, and noise happens when things get really quiet. So there's the acoustic noise, which is the noise of the space, and there's also the electrical noise. That's the noise from our gear. And so what I'm going to do is talk about ways to avoid these or demonstrate ways to avoid noise. Now, as you see, I'm standing by a window. Before I do talk about the window, the first thing that you want to do is actually you want to listen. Listen to the space for acoustic noise, okay? You want to listen to the space that you're in and figure out where the noise is coming from. Like places like a window, you may want to avoid recording there. As you see, there's no recording equipment here or anything like that. And sometimes if you can't avoid it, putting up a blanket or something to kind of isolate that sound outside and versus inside may help. So then you want to kind of find a space for recording now, and isolate a space for recording. Now, what I've done when I was quiet, I heard that my set pump actually created a lot of noise right down here. So instead of kind of isolating a space for recording, which I kind of do as well, I kind of isolated this sound. So I actually kind of baffled the sound and with some acoustic treatment, and just to kind of cover that. Of course, I try to turn it off, but sometimes you can still hear some drips and things like that. So that's the sound of the space. Things like heating ducts, air conditioning, things like that. So sometimes in the winter it gets a little chilly down here, so we have a little space here that needs to come off when we're trying to do any recording. So you want to turn those things off and watch the things in the duct, and if there's anything going on, at different levels, you want to make sure that that is taken care of. Now, next, the other thing is the electrical noise. Now, the few pieces of gear or decreasing the pieces of gear can be helpful, and our electronics kind of have a noise of their own, and so sometimes if you use shorter cables. And high quality cables, in fact, high quality gear is going to be very important. Use shorter cables that can help reduce the noise. Use high quality cables too. Using balanced cables can be helpful for reducing unwanted noise as well. Now, there's a phenomenon that's 60 hertz in the United States, where our alternating current is at 60 hertz, and sometimes that can be heard in recordings. So you want to try to avoid that as much as possible, eliminate that as much as possible, and you want to avoid unnecessary gain. The way to do that is just boost levels as less as possible to get the sound that you desire. Also having a shorter distance between the mic. If you're out here, then you have to turn your gain up a lot, but if you can get a little closer, you don't have to turn your gain up a lot. Even though I have pop filters here, that's more for distortion, and that's not this lesson. But anyway, that's one of the ways to boost unwanted gain. And then you also want to choose the appropriate polar pattern so that you isolate sounds. Now, this is not treated. As you see, I have these things here which I use to treat when I'm doing vocals, but also selecting the appropriate polar pattern so you can, or directional pattern, so you can isolate the noise away and isolate the noise and get more of the source. So this is a little bit about noise. We always have some noise, and I hope that this has been informational to you and that you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.